Searching the internet, looking to network, and hitting the pavement. We've done the work to help you get ready for your next job. We've got the experts and the latest tips, and we got you. This is Job Hunt Iowa.
Hello, I'm George Blaze and welcome to Job Hunt Iowa. For the next half hour, we'll not only try to help you find that new job, but also give you some helpful advice on perhaps how to advance in your current career and to really find satisfaction in where you go to work every day. Joining me today is Sam Ibarra, Workforce Career Planner, IowaWORKS. Sam, good to see you this morning. And let's start off by talking about IowaWORKS. This is a great resource for people looking for jobs in the area. For those people who are unfamiliar, what is IowaWORKS all about?
Good morning, Will. First of all, thank you for having me on your show, George. IowaWORKS is a one-stop shop for any job seeker in the state of Iowa that is looking for either a new job or a new career.
Now, you have lots of resources on the website, and one of the first things I did when I went on to the website to look there is that you have data and information that kind of gives people a good picture of what's going on, how many jobs are out there, how people are working. One of the things I did notice, which we have to talk about, is although across the state the job numbers are looking pretty good, we're around 3 or 4%. In Marshall, in particular, it's one of the hardest hit areas and having a hard time coming back. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in the job market in this region.
Yes, so we do have a lot of construction workers. We do have a lot of agriculture jobs here in Marshall County. But we are on the right track, getting people back on the jobs. We do such a great job here at our local office, getting people back and getting there in the job that they desire, and then on their hopefully their long time career.
Absolutely, and when we look at what's going on locally as far as jobs, it seems like the areas that the most jobs are in are, of course, manufacturing, but also in healthcare. When people are out there looking for work for their first job or a new job, what are some of the areas that you're finding that people are really finding success in?
We look at everything, George. We have people coming in looking for manufacturing jobs, production jobs. We're heading into construction season, so we do have a lot of job seekers coming in looking for construction. Health center is another big one, which we do have a lot of health facilities here in Marshalltown that we also help people get into that field as well.
Now, I understand that you have lots of helpful resources like workshops that people can attend virtually or in person where they get kind of tips. Tell me a little bit about these workshops, how they work, and what it is that you're teaching people in the workshop.
Yeah, George. So like you mentioned, we do have in-person workshops. I personally teach a computer class. We have that class twice a month, which we do offer it in both English and Spanish. Which we are teaching the basics of computers. We also have a lot of online classes, workshops that people can register, whether it's they can just go into our office and register through one of our career planners, or they can just go online to our website, IowaWORKS.gov, and they can register themselves. We have resume help, workshop, essential tools, smart planning for your money. We also have Bring Your A Game. We can also do mock interviews. So we have all kinds of workshops. We usually have about 2 workshops per day, Monday through Friday.
That's really exciting. That's excellent. Of course, all the help you can get is what we need. I know it's really important when we're talking about people finding that first job. People might get worried that it's like, well, I don't have a college degree. Things have been rough in the economy the last couple of years, but we're coming back now. If you don't have a college degree, is there still opportunities out there for you to find a good family-sustaining job?
Oh, absolutely, George. We also offer the NCRC test. which we can offer that here at our local Iowa Workforce office. And then that could potentially get the job seeker, a better job. Also, we do partner up with a lot of agencies. One of those agencies will be with through Iowa Valley, which they do offer adult literacy classes, which an individual can go back and get their their high school diploma. Also, they offer ESL classes for those individuals that are wanting to learn English. We do have a lot of individuals here in Marshall County that unfortunately their primary language is not English. So when they're out there trying to find a better job, that would be one of their requirements is to know the basics of English. So we offer that. We do that connection with the Iowa Valley Education and Training Center for them to take those ESL classes.
That's fantastic news. And, things really changed during the COVID lockdowns, and businesses had to rewire and rethink about how they're doing things. When you go on the IowaWORKS website and actually look at the job listings, I'm really surprised that there really are still a lot of work from home opportunities out there. There's a lot of listings for that. That's still a hot thing.
It is a very hot thing, George. We actually get a lot of job seekers that are coming in and they're wanting to do that remote job. I think with COVID, that's one of the positive things that COVID brought to a lot of companies. Companies were able to realize that a lot of the jobs that they were doing at their office, now they could be doing them at home. So there's some companies here in Marshalltown that do offer remote jobs. There's not a lot like we would love to, but again, there's opportunities out there through the whole state that people can apply and get those remote jobs and work from home.
Well, Sam, I want to talk a little bit about particularly the younger people who may be watching here today. School's about to let out for the year. Some of them are seniors and maybe moving on to college or maybe not. They're really needing jobs over the summer, if not in the long term. What advice do you give to a young person, perhaps a high school graduate who's coming into the job market this summer? What should they be doing right now?
Great question, George. I actually go to high schools a lot. I present to a lot of high school students through the whole school year. I get them job ready. I go out and give them resume tips. Number one is network. Get those connections. Maybe your parents will know someone that works at a AYZ company that you want to work with. Talk to your parents. Get that connection. Networking is a big key, George. Get those networkings, start talking to your counselors, start talking to your teachers, apply for jobs. If they need any help, they can always come into our office and we can assist them with resume help. If they're getting ready for their first job and they're going to have their first interview, we also offer mock interviews, which they can come into our office and schedule one mock interview and get them ready for that potential summer job.
Now, of course, IowaWORKS is not only a resource for people looking for work or looking to move around in the job market, but you also rely a lot on partnerships and cooperation of people in the business sector, small businesses, large businesses. They're coming to you to find recruits, qualified recruits. What are some of these job providers? What are they looking for in new candidates that you have found?
Yeah, so we do have a business team that has that communication directly with the employers, and then they talk on a normal basis, and then they just want people that will be reliable, that will be eager to learn new skills, and then that will be willing to be there for the company.
Absolutely. It takes both sides working together. We talked a little bit about young people, but there's a lot of people in the area, whether they're in the Des Moines area or other places around Marshalltown. Actually, a lot of people working in Marshall come from Des Moines, come from the city, and commute to Marshall. Talk to me a little bit about kind of this flexibility of making cooperation between, kind of the chambers of commerce in Des Moines, as well as what's going on in Marshall. You guys share and feed each other quite a bit.
Yes, we do, George. We have great employers here in Marshalltown that we do have a lot of people coming in from other areas of the state. I'm one of them. You know, I commute from the outskirts of Des Moines daily to come and work. Like I said, we do have great employers here in town, big employers actually, that there's a lot of people that come in and commute. And then, you know, with the great resources that we have, there it's very accessible, and the chamber is very involved with getting those connections, and we work a lot with the chamber. Actually, we do have an event coming up on May 3rd. We're going to be having a job fair, which we're going to be partnering up with chamber in Iowa Valley and other businesses to have that job fair. We're actually going to be having a veteran event that same day.
Well, Sam, I tell you what, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short pause here and give some helpful tips for people who are watching. We'll be back to talk a little bit more about opportunities for veterans, as well as people looking at changing careers. Stay tuned and check out these tips. Welcome back. Talking today with Sam Ibarra. He is Workforce Career Planner with IowaWORKS Marshalltown. Sam, a lot of people might be looking out there and saying there just isn't any work out here. I'm going to have to relocate, move to another state or something. But, you know, when you look at particularly the IowaWORKS website there are over 70,000 job listings in the state right now. There's work out there if you're willing to go get it.
That is right, George. You know, one of the things that I tell our job seekers when they're coming into our office is look at our website. Our website is a great resource for people to find jobs. Also, I forgot to mention, if they don't have the resume, our website has a really nice tool that they could create a resume within minutes. Like you mentioned, there's over 70,000 jobs here in the state of Iowa, and then they can look for either job titles, company names. They can narrow it down to city, county, region, and then any job openings within those keywords, locations will be on our website. So it's a great resource. The website is IowaWORKS.gov.
Yeah, well, you know, Sam, you know, you're no stranger, and we're no stranger to the reality that here, you know, in the heartland of America, a lot of our young people choose to serve in our armed forces. They go overseas, they go all over the planet, they serve us, protect our freedoms, they come back home, and sometimes they have a harder time getting resituated, getting jobs, getting reincorporated. Sometimes the skills they may have learned in military service don't immediately mean a job here. Talk to us a little bit about the support and resources available for veterans.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for all the veterans for their service. We do offer priority service for those veterans. We do have 2 career planners here at our office that work closely with veterans. You know, whether they're looking for a job here in Marshalltown, whether they're looking to relocate, whether it's a veteran coming for the first time into Marshalltown, we do offer that priority service. And then just to mention about our job fair coming up on May 3rd, we're also going to be distributing food boxes. We're going to be distributing 200 food boxes to all of our local veterans, George.
That's fantastic news there. We always got to give back to those who've given so much to all of us here. For people who are watching the program today, we talked about younger people entering the job market, people for looking for new jobs, but there's people who may be watching who are saying that, you know what, I think it's time to change gears, perhaps find a new path forward, perhaps find better satisfaction in another type of career. What is some advice or resources that you can provide for people who are currently in a job but are looking to move forward or to advance?
Yeah, we also offer assessments here at our office, George. Any individual that probably has a job that they're probably not happy with it, or they just want to see what's out there, they can always come into our office and we can give out assessments, and then that will hopefully narrow down their path. Also, like I mentioned earlier, network is a great resource. I use it a lot. To be honest, when I was a high school kid, I really didn't like to network, be involved with the community. And now, George, I do it all. I'm really involved with the community. I do a lot of network. I attend a lot of network events. I also attend a lot of job fairs. And then that's how you get a lot of those connections and find the right career for you.
You know, Sam, it's great that you said that, because it makes me think of the fact that there are a lot of us out here who use social media just to have fun, just to watch crazy videos and stuff. But these different tools from Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, these are tools that people can be using to, like you're saying, network and advance their careers. What advice do you give people about how to maybe transform and use their social media in a better way to help them in their career?
Absolutely, George. You know, that's one of the things that I tell high school kids when I go out to the schools and talk to kids. Social media is a big topic nowadays, especially everybody uses social media. But I tell the kids, make sure you are using social media for the good cause. Make sure you are, making those connections. LinkedIn, it's another great social media resource. I have my own LinkedIn account. I make those connections. I got people from the whole state of Iowa that do the same job as I do that I've never met before, but we share the same passion. We like to help individuals find work, and then we share knowledge, we share ideas. So yeah, social media is a great resources once you use it on the right way.
You mentioned a little earlier in the program about some of the skills and some of the things that employers are looking for people who are looking to advance or maybe move forward in their career. Continuing adult education has got to be a key component of that. You might be working full time, maybe raising some kids, but if you have the time or the energy to maybe take a class or two at your local community college, that's a worthwhile investment in yourself, don't you think?
Absolutely, George. Yes, it is. And like I mentioned, those workshops that we offer online, those workshops will help those individuals find those skills that they're probably missing, or they just don't know that they have them. And then those workshops getting to their community colleges will help them find those skills that they're missing.
It's really important, and I know a lot of times you think about when you do a budget and you look at the money that you're spending each month, whether it's on streaming subscriptions or what have you, that money could actually go towards taking a class or two, and you never know how that will benefit you, or that might make you positioned or get you right for that next job there. In terms of the people you serve, talk to me about some of the people who come to. Maybe you could share with us a story of an individual who came to you looking for help, and how you were able to guide them on a path and how they're doing today.
Yeah, absolutely, George. Actually, it just happened a couple weeks ago. We had an individual that was looking for work. His English skills were not the best, and then he got the job offer, and then he was, I don't know if I should take this one because it's gonna be. He was very. His past jobs were working on companies that Spanish was very spoken in those factories. On this new job that he just got a couple weeks ago, it was out of town, and then he was not going to be with individuals that he knew, or all the training was going to be done in English. And then I told him, your English is pretty good. We had a conversation, him and I. And then I'm like, you're probably just scared to go out there and give it a try, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna do really good. That individual actually reached out to me a couple of days ago, and he's doing really good in that company. And then once again, it just you believing in yourself that you can do it, and then I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of great opportunities out there for you in the whole state of Iowa, George.
Absolutely. And, we've focused today talking about people looking for work, whether it's a new job or it's continuing and advancing in your current job. But there's a lot of people watching here today who really, in their spirit, they're entrepreneurs. They want to work for themselves. They want to start their own company, start their own business. What kind of advice and or resources does IowaWORKS provide for people who really want to start their own thing?
Yeah, George, we do offer a lot of data in our website that those individuals that are looking to start their own business could help them with data that we have on our website. They can come to our office and meet with our business department, business consultant, and then she should be able to assist them on the right path on starting their own business. Also, just to add to that individual that is probably wanting to go back to college or is wanting to go back to the adult literacy class, George, we do have a department here in our office, Title I, that could help them pay for some of that college or help them pay for those adult literacy courses as well.
That's fantastic. We all need all the help we can get. Sam, you've done well for yourself here. Now you're passing it forward and helping other people. How did you come to be a part of IowaWORKS?
Yeah, it's a great story, George. So prior to IowaWORKS, I was working for a company here in town. And then one day, I saw that there was an opening here in the state. I reached out to a few people that I knew that worked for IowaWORKS, and then I applied and got the job. And I love helping individuals. I love going out to the schools and getting kids ready for whether it's going to be their first job or just getting them ready after high school. But I'm just so passionate to help individuals in any possible way, George.
And that's what's really key to it is to do what you love to do and to find your passion. And I assume that when you meet with or you talk to people out there, you spend a lot of time, not just, sometimes people are just desperate to just get work, and you kind of have to explain to them, it's like, but what do you want to do? Because in the long term, that's what's going to work in the long run.
Absolutely, George. And one of the things, after they apply for a job, have them, reach out to the company, send them a thank you note, ask for their name and number or their email address when you get that interview, and then, let them pass the week and then send them that thank you note, reach out to them, and then hopefully that's going to get you that job that you really want. Also, one of the things that I like to tell high school students is to do job shadows. Job shadows is going to open up a lot of connections, not a networking, and it's gonna let you know if it's gonna be a job that you're gonna be wanting for the rest of your life. Because I tell students, you go for school, if you only graduate from high school, you're only gonna go to school for 18 years. But if you, not 18 years, I'm sorry, for 12 up until you're 18 years of age, and then, but you're gonna be working until you're, 60, 65, if not even more. So try to go out there and do some job shadows for the careers that you want to work for.
It's really important to get a feel for what's going on out there and what's right for you and find your way. And the key thing is, as we've talked about before, particularly everybody dealing with workforce development and jobs here in Marshalltown and Marshall County, is you really focus locally. You want people to stay here, whether it's businesses or the people who work for these businesses. Tell me how important it is to make sure people think locally and really care about where they come from.
Yeah, absolutely. Marshall County, it's a great place to live. We do have a lot of great companies here in town. So whether you live already in Marshalltown or you are planning to move into Marshalltown, come into our office here in IowaWORKS, and we can help you find that job here in town. And then wanting to stay here in town, give you all the resources that this great community has to offer for you and your family.
Well, Sammy Barrow, IowaWORKS, Marshalltown, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us and for providing such great resources and helping people out there.
Yeah, thank you, George, for having me here. And once again, if you are out there looking for a job, looking for a new career, don't hesitate to stop to your local IowaWORKS. We do have 18 centers across the state of Iowa, George.
You know, finding a job or advancing your career can be challenging, but hopefully we've given you information to help you on your way. For Job Hunt Iowa, I'm George Blaze.